listening to.
You're listening to
You're listening
You're listening to
Again, and you're listening
to
Active FM.
Active FM.
Active FM.
FM.
to Active FM.
What's up, everybody? This is the guy from the Sporting Ways Radio. It's never been better. I'll go by the name of Marcus. Right next to me is Calvin. Calvin, how you doing, brother? Good. So we are live, as you can see us. So we are live. So usually don't see us, but now you see us right now. This is how we look like. So
This is the Sporting.
this is the Sporting Base. So anyway, what we're gonna talk about, and we've been talking about it. So we're gonna talk about the high paid athletes. But we were talking about in our previous show, we were talking about the UFC moving to boxing, and we were busy comparing boxing and the UFC. That UFC, they have more risk, but they have less pay. But boxing has less risk but more pay, because with UFC they have kickboxing, they have wrestling, they have everything, but they get paid less. There's a guy by the name of Jake Paul. He's a boxer / YouTuber.
Well, really,
But really a
because
YouTuber.
on YouTube he's got like 20 million subscribers.
Yeah,
so
so
he's a YouTuber.
he's a YouTuber. So all respect to him. But looking at him, he's doing this thing where he's attacking professional boxers. But I don't know about you, but for me it's a problem. It's a problem.
Look, so far he's built a good reputation for himself.
But yes, there's more money for him.
Yeah,
yes.
He's been making money from YouTube, if you
Yeah.
really think of it, because he's
Yeah.
over 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
Second, he's been beating boxers, even though they retired.
Come
He's been
on.
beating boxers now. That's.
But the problem is, he's calling out boxers that are retired. Why he called up Mayweather, but why doesn't he call up Tank? And Tank was there. That Tank has been. He just got. I wouldn't say he just got in the game, but he's young.
Yeah,
he's fresh.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Tank. Tank is. First of all, I'm not saying he's gonna beat Tank, but he's bigger than Tank body wise.
Yeah, 100%. He has an advantage. But anyway, with the UFC, Jake was right about UFC. He attacked Dana White, saying that you guys are paying your athletes less,
Which is true.
So I remember we did a show way back when it was still the Logan Paul hype, and he mentioned to Dana White that he wasn't getting paid, that he's not paying his athletes properly.
Look,
now it's getting into people's heads, right?
Even not just that, Francis Ngannou. I'm not saying now that's Dana's fault. Now his father's been sick for a long time.
Yeah.
And he couldn't help him financially because it's not enough money for whatever operation and stuff.
Yeah.
Compared to boxing, you know what I'm saying? That's why he considered boxing to say he would take a boxing match.
He'll take a boxing match, 100%.
I think, look, Jake Paul, I think he should, if he is genuine, we hope this is not personal with Dana White.
Yeah.
If he's really fighting for UFC fighters to get paid better, because a lot of UFC fighters are leaving UFC for boxing.
That's crazy.
Some of them are going to this wrestling. What is it called?
It's WWE and AEW.
AEW. Mostly are going to AEW.
Yes.
Because these things are higher paying than UFC. And if you compare the risks, UFC, someone's choking you down. And you have to survive. Yeah. And we're not saying boxing is way better, because boxing, people's brains get damaged. People die in hospitals after boxing.
Yeah, 100%.
But compared to the risks, guys,
the risk is like too much. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying?
MMA.
But man, well, we've been talking about MMA for a very long time, and we are experts in this, right? But in my opinion, I think people get more money when they're champions. That's my opinion. If you're a champion, I believe you get more money, period.
Yeah. Look, but let's be honest. You do get a lot of money. Yeah. But there's a lot of boxers who are not champions.
But they get a lot of money.
Yeah. The way they're living their lifestyle, you can tell they're well paid.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, example, and I'm not comparing. You look at someone like, when last He built up his reputation for a long time. Mayweather.
Yes.
I mean, he's still buying houses. Recently, he bought a house as well, a very freaking big mansion. Right?
Yes.
You don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But that guy, like, you look at everything he's done.
Yeah.
That's through what? Boxing, bro.
Yes.
At a freaking
Yeah.
young age, he built.
He
this
built.
whole
Yeah. He
career.
built a reputation
I mean,
for
now
himself.
he's not fighting and he still has money just
Yeah.
lying around. You look at someone like, he's not a champion and it's been for a while.
Yeah.
Deontay Wilder.
Yes. 100%.
He's still living off boxing money for long. Now, boxing, the difference between UFC and boxing, now, I'm
Yeah.
not saying UFC doesn't,
Doesn't
but
do that,
boxing, if you fight once just a year, could
They
set
can
you
make
up.
it easily 20 million.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You, next 2 years, 3 years, you set up for life.
And
Until
there's
you get
UFC.
the other match.
Yeah.
The more you fight,
Yeah.
more money goes up.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even those who lose, they still get a lot of money. in
100%.
boxing.
And then there's
More than the
UFC.
winners in the UFC. So,
Oh, okay, so
It's
are you
crazy.
trying to say that people that lose in boxing get more money than winners in the UFC?
That's actually crazy. now that I think
That's
of it. If it's true, look, losers in boxing, they don't get as much as winners, but it's way closer.
but it's way
You know what I'm saying?
better than the
Yeah.
people in the UFC. So the many people are asking one person, Dana White, a question.
Well,
like,
he is the president.
he is the president and the CEO of the UFC. Many people are asking him like, what's happening? Because this is coming true right now.
Yeah, because
Okay.
all I think now the
Yeah.
issue is just
Yeah.
this manager's accepting. Because
Yeah.
one of the fights that people were talking about, which is a crazy fight if you think of it, Francis Ngannou versus
Anthony Joshua. I'm
So
considering
now that's
that.
like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I'm
'Cause
considering that.
You have a heavyweight
Yeah.
MMA fighter and then a heavyweight boxer.
Mm.
So, and the MMA fighter is willing
Yeah.
to adjust to get into boxing.
100%.
So I think they should be given a shot.
Yes,
we are
definitely.
losing them anyway in the
Yeah.
UFC. We
Yeah,
are.
so I really think they should consider that because look, Francis Ngannou can adapt very quick. He can adapt very quick. But man, in the boxing industry, that will bring so many questions for me personally, because with Conor McGregor, he had 2 weeks to train, only 2 weeks, but he didn't do very, very well in boxing. But I remember you asked me like, if Mayweather had to call Mayweather right now.
Mayweather had to call Mayweather.
Not Mayweather. Wow, I'm so sorry. Mayweather had to call McGregor. That's what I meant. Who would win? I said McGregor. I was like, why? I was like, look, McGregor, right? He's still young. He's still fresh. And right now, Mayweather is settled.
Still old, you know what
He's
I'm saying?
old. He's settled. He's like, he has 50-0 right now. He lost 50. No
He's a
loss.
G, guys.
He's a G. But if he loses now, would you say
Well, now
it wouldn't be a big deal?
It doesn't matter because he's old. So yeah.
I'm like, if he
Even
loses,
when-
it would be like,
Even
oh,
when who's this?
was it
Logan Paul called him out.
Yeah.
I didn't really expect him to win, but he was still moving. You know what I'm saying? How he was ducking.
Yeah.
But compared to someone like McGregor, he'll catch you every time because.
Yeah. So look, man. With regards to this in the UFC, look, I wanna chat about something before we go, right? You know, Israel Adesanya is a YouTuber right now, right? We are chatting about YouTubers here, but here's a guy that's a UFC champion that's a YouTuber right now. What? So I don't know about you, but
Look, that's quite good for the fact that he's in his 600,000s going to 1 million.
that's good.
Crazy,
Yes.
It's crazy, but yeah, I just hope that
Yeah.
doesn't become his focus. But there's the other thing about UFC.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like the fights are strategically planned, right? I feel like this year they know, right? This year we're supposed to only have like 9 fights. You know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it now, man, the UFC fighters,
Yeah.
I feel like they're not doing.
Yeah, they're not doing it. Very
Yeah,
well.
they're not fighting a lot. And
Yeah,
they-
but that's a problem though, because in boxing, like you have to keep it active. Like you have to this guy that's fighting. There's that guy that's gonna come fight with you. Not like every 6 months there's a fight, because somehow
Or
you
every
lose
once a
focus.
year, you know what I'm
Once a
saying?
year, but the thing is, they lose focus along the way. You get what I'm saying?
That
I'm
person ends up becoming a YouTuber.
YouTuber. Like I'm not saying I'd say hasn't lost focus. So yeah, so it's just that thing, man. It's just that thing that he mustn't lose his focus because a lot of people were doing other stuff. Let's say
look what he is doing now. I'm like, it's too early. he basically judges fights.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's cool. I think you should just stick to the training, just shoot the training. But sometimes he's just sitting there in his house judging the fight. And
yeah. But let's bring this example. Anthony Joshua. Remember when we were having the debate? It's like, where is he? And we said, okay, we saw him at this particular location doing stuff, and it affected his fight. He lost all his titles. I'm like, okay, so your personal life really affects what you do in the ring. You know, what you do in training, or what you do in your personal life will really show in the ring. Yeah. Like, you get what I'm saying? So things like that. And another thing of YouTubers calling professional boxers, guys, please stop. Please, man, stick to YouTuber versus YouTuber. Yeah. Period. Please.
But this is the crazy part, right? Yeah, if you know, in December we have a big fight coming. A YouTuber versus a boxer. And this is the Gypsy King.
It's the Gypsy King's brother.
Tyson Fury's younger brother. Yeah. Versus Jake Paul.
I'm looking forward to this fight.
Yeah, look. And the scary part is the YouTuber called out the boxer. And they asked him why, and then he's like, that's the whole point, so I can beat him and all of you can stand like this. So for me, I was like, oh, flip. Yeah, you never know what happens in games like this.
So look, it's not gonna be a walk in the park. No. Period. But I'm not underestimating Jake Paul because look, he's doing big things other than YouTube. Obviously, he has donations and all that stuff. His training is intense. But let's look at Tommy right now. Tommy is the younger brother of the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
The heavyweight
champion. You get what I'm saying? So, if he's getting trained, okay, it might be the case, but he is getting trained by Tyson Fury. So, you told me about the press conference. Yeah, that they say if he loses, they might disown him. They said it as a joke. I was like,
Look, Logan was all for it. It's like he's gonna give him some stuff. They're gonna ship him off to an island. Sure. He must stay there by himself. So I was like, this is crazy. So
this is very
for me, honestly, that's a fight that I'm not expecting it's gonna last at least for like 3 rounds, 2 rounds.
Yeah. So you really think it's gonna be? So maybe if let's say 10 rounds. So if you expect a knockout, who would it be?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying now. And I'm not. That's why I'm not going to underestimate Jake Paul. Yeah. Reason being, not because of the previous. If it was the previous fight, I would have. It's the way he handled himself for this fight in the press conference and how he was dealing with things. How everyone was telling him, this guy is going to beat you because you are a YouTuber. So for me, it was just calm and saying, keep saying that you guys said it about the previous person and the previous person. So that just caught me to say, he's actually right. So let's just watch out.
But so I'm not underestimating Jake. Jake is I would say, look, he's a great YouTube boxer. I wouldn't classify him as a great boxer. I would say YouTube boxer because things like that. But I'm still having a problem with these YouTube so-called boxers calling out professional boxers. It's still a problem for me. Yeah. But I really think in 2022 these YouTube boxers should step it up a notch. What do they call? They should call out the young guys.
Yeah,
if the young boxers, the guys that they're hungry. They're hungry.
Look, I feel like Logan Paul is just waiting for the Gypsy King to get it 50 something, and then he can call him.
Wait, what? He's just waiting like maybe when he reaches like his 50s or so.
How old is the Gypsy King?
He's 34.
Okay, no, he's still young. So he wouldn't call him out anytime.
Yeah, so he's not gonna call him out anytime soon because he knows he's still fresh. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, that is it from us, from the live show. But if you want to listen to our shows or any other shows, you can go to www.activefm.co.za, or you can catch us on Twitter, Facebook, and on Instagram on ActiveFM777, which is Calvin.
the number of heads.
Of course. Obviously, it's been good. It's been real. From myself and Carl, we're gonna say peace out and God bless. This is the Sporting Base, where radio has never been better.